The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, she's a weird one, right? Because she has so many characteristics that you would think that everyone who's a progressive would want as a president. She is a veteran who twice served overseas, twice deployed. She's been a veteran for a long time congresswoman. She's from Hawaii. She's, I guess she's Hawaiian. You would say she's a woman of color.
They say she's a woman of color.
What color? She's like a light beige.
She's tanner than me.
Is she? Well, she lives in Hawaii.
That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about these things. I'm white. I don't know.
But it is really. I mean, the Hawaiian roots are essentially Polynesian and South Pacific travelers who landed thousands of years ago on those islands. So yeah, I mean, it is essentially a person of color. Either way, she's a very articulate, rock solid woman, and they've tried to find a bunch of dirt on her, and they can't. And they don't know what to do.
And it's just funny to me that a lot of people who were supporting Elizabeth Warren were shitting on Tulsi as hard as they can. And of course, Elizabeth Warren shows her true colors. She does a right-wing sexist smear on Bernie Sanders is what's happening.
That was weird.
This is what a crazy thing to do.
It was a fake smear. Like, nobody's buying that.
So it was her, the media, and the DNC got together, and they were like, hey, let's do this. Because it was coordinated. This didn't come out of nowhere.
Right. And
the CNN, did you see that story? CNN wrote these two people who heard it from these other two people who we're not even going to name.
And that's on CNN.
That's CNN. That's how they do it.
So crazy.
It's so crazy. Yes.
They're digging their own grave, though. What they're doing is they're making themselves less and less relevant, and they're making guys like you and independent people more and more relevant and more trustworthy.
And that's why they keep going to the catnip of Russiagate or Trump's tweets or whatever, impeachment and this phone call to the thing. And look how the media runs interference for the establishment. It's amazing. Like, to pretend that the Bidens aren't corrupt.
I know. Hilarious.
And to have people come on and go, that's a lie. That's no corruption. It's been looked into. There's no corruption that a guy has an $83,000 job on a board in a country his dad just helped overthrow. What are you, fucking crazy?
That seems like it might be a little corrupt. Well, the conversation where he tells the prosecutor that if he's not gone, you don't get the $1 billion.
Right.
What do you know? They fired the guy.
Right.
Like you saw that video.
So yeah, I saw that video, but their defense to that is they're saying, but that prosecutor was corrupt, and the next guy was even more tougher of an investigator. But that guy was investigating Burisma at the time.
Yeah.
And that guy did say later, that guy who got fired said, I got fired because I was investigating Burisma. He said that in a court document. So believe me, they're all. Why didn't they impeach Trump on the emoluments clause? Why didn't they do that? Why did they do it on this
What's
bullshit?
The emoluments clause?
So that's him benefiting off his position in government. It's because they all do it.
Right.
Why do you think? Because it would bring up everything.
It would have to, right?
That's right. Hey, Chelsea Clinton just got a $9 million job for...
she deserves it.
Oh, my God. She did. She's
the best.
And people are saying that. People are saying, what's wrong with the woman using her degree? She has 3 degrees. I wonder how she was able to afford those 3 degrees. I wonder, she overcame all those obstacles? Did she?
She did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're all corrupt. That's the story, and that's why we have Donald Trump
clinging to this system.
That's why we don't have a functioning medical system or a functioning banking system, because Barack Obama was paid off by the health insurance companies and the Wall Street banks, and that's not me saying that. That's Dylan Ratigan, award-winning Bloomberg reporter, says that.
How'd they pay him off?
Well, he has I don't know if you noticed, he just bought a house on Martha's Vineyard from the guy who owns the Celtics.
But he sells hats.
He has 49 acres.
He's got a lot of money.
49. That's more acres than Kevin Hart.
Wow.
That's a lot of acres.
That is a lot of acres.
Yeah, that's the guy who's a community organizer. I guess it was a gated community organizer.
But how do they pay him off? Like, how does that work?
Comedy.
How does that work? How does that work where it's legal? Like, how does the president get paid off?
When he left the presidency, he goes windsurfing with Branson for a while, right? Mm-hmm. As we still don't have clean water in Flint, and then when he comes back in the public life, the first thing he does is he goes to make speeches for equity firms for $500,000 a pop.
Yeah.
For 20-minute speech. What do you think that is? What do you think all this is?
It's a bribe. It's an after-the-fact bribe.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's amazing that they still honor that. That they're so rock solid in their commitment to this corrupt system that even after the guy can't even help him anymore, he's out of office, they hook him up with these speaking jobs.
Right.
He gets $500,000 a pop, and then
whatever he wants to do. Yeah.
But wasn't that a thing about the Clinton Foundation where Bill Clinton would make sure that he got speaking gigs along with
the weapons deals that she was giving. Yes.
Yeah.
This is correct. Yeah, they're everybody's, again,
they're dirty.
We didn't get Trump because the Democratic Party was doing their job.
Right.
The people got desperate and decided to take a chance on a political novice game show host who they knew was a bullshitter. Everybody knows Trump's a bullshitter. They were that good. Go bullshit those people we hate.
Yeah.
And that's to see. And I've been imploring the Bernie campaign, which nobody listens to me, so it doesn't matter.
Why don't they listen to you?
I don't know, maybe because I communicate in a caustic way, Joe. But I've been trying to. Bernie should be wiping the floor with these candidates. It shouldn't even be close, right? And so I've been imploring them, Bernie, take the gloves off. Would you quit turning to Joe Biden and saying, my best friend, Joe Biden? You got to do what Trump did. When Trump was running, he ran against the Republican Party. He ran against all those pukes that the people are sick and tired of, that the people have been let down by. These are the people who took you to Iraq. These are the people who took you to Libya. These are the people who are bankrupting you. So that's what he did. And Bernie gets up and he goes, Joe, my good friend, I just want to let you know you're corrupt. It's like, quit saying you're friends with these fucking guys who are corrupt. He could land it. He should turn, and I've been begging. He came close in the last debate. He kind of
do it in his voice. Tell what she said.
I'm not good at impressions.
You're pretty
Mike
good.
McRae is the best, but
you got right there. That was a pretty good one.
Joe Biden, the reason why you can't understand how Medicare for All works is because you're corrupt, and you're paid not to understand. And we're going to get rid of your brand of corruption when I'm president.
Whoa!
Because you're the problem. Oh, my God.
People would go crazy?
The place would go fucking crazy.
Then Elizabeth Warren would stand up for Joe Biden and call him a sexist piece of shit.
That's right. And everybody would see what the game is.
And wasn't he always in support of Elizabeth Biden?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Biden. Elizabeth Warren. Wasn't he always in support of her?
Joe Biden?
Yeah. No.
Bernie Sanders. Yeah,
Bernie was always in support of Warren.
Yeah, so Elizabeth Warren was like, hey, Bernie's policies are pretty popular. I'll pretend like they're mine.
Yeah. Well, she was a Republican. People forget that.
Up until she was 47 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
People forget that.
Yeah. While Bernie was running around telling people that a woman could be president, she was still a Republican.
Yes.